Welcome to Money Patterns Decoded. Money is never just about money, it is a pattern. Today we expose one of those hidden patterns, see exactly how it controls your finances, and discover the precise shift that can set you free. Let's begin. Here's a sharp observation. For a surprising number of people, accepting money feels riskier than earning it. You can grind, hustle, create value, but the moment a gift, a tip, or an unexpected client payment arrives, the body tightens, the mind finds reasons to return it, delay it, or sabotage the work that produced it. Why does receiving trigger a reflex that earning never does? That recognition is the doorway. If it happens to you, you're not broken. You're living inside a pattern. Name and promise. I call this the Parity-Lock pattern, the unconscious governor that insists every inflow must be instantly and exactly balanced by an outflow. Today I'll show you the psychological wiring behind that lock, the esoteric field mechanics that keep it reinforced, and one small testable practice you can use for 3 minutes every day to begin unlocking it. By the end you'll have a clear experiment to run for 7 days, and simple metrics to see if the lock is loosening. First, the psychological mechanism. The Parity-Lock is often seated in childhood contracts. Maybe you learned early, generosity equals debt, gratitude must be repaid immediately, or love comes with a ledger. Those early scripts sit below awareness and act as an automatic governor. When money arrives unearned or unequal, the nervous system reads a violation, shame, indebtedness, or fear of becoming unworthy. Perfectionism and reciprocity guilt compound this. Some people believe if they accept without repaying perfectly, they become morally flawed. Other people create a corrective reflex. They sabotage success so balance is restored by failure. The result? Momentum collapses. You finish projects, get a breakthrough, then an accident, a missed deadline, a burned relationship rebalances the field, and you call it bad luck. In truth, it's an internal arithmetic at work. Now the esoteric side, the structural enforcement. Imagine a ledger, not just in the mind, but in the energetic field, a kind of karmic accounting that expects symmetry. Traditions describe this with different metaphors. Karmic ledger, the Taurus exchange, give and take cycles measured by number. In practical terms, the field rewards parity and flags imbalance. Sacred geometry helps clarify this. The Taurus is a circulating field that flows in and out, and when you insist on exact parity, you are effectively clipping the inflow side of the Taurus, so energy can only leave as quickly as it arrives. Numerology shows up too. Habits of giving and receiving settle into rhythmic counts. Pay back in 7 days. Match gifts. Replicate gestures. And the field adapts to those rhythms. The system is not moral. It's structural. It enforces the pattern, because that pattern is what you've wired in your body, family, and subtle field. That's the mechanism. Reframe in metaphor. Think of money as a river, not a ledger. Parity acts like a dam you erected to keep the river exactly equal on both banks. You measure every drop and insist the other side match it immediately. At first, the dam feels protective. It ensures fairness, but leaks develop at the edges. Small hesitations, soft refusals to receive, become the sediment that clogs the channel. Over time, the river slows, marshes form, and the once lively flow stagnates. What does a breach look like? It's a tiny permission to accept without immediate payback, a surprise tip kept with gratitude, a gift received and honored, a new client invoice allowed to land without instant mental repayment. Those small breaches let the river rebuild momentum. The shift is structural. Instead of obsessing about exact balance on the ledger, you restore circulation in the field. Now the practical high-impact shift, the 3-minute reverse tally. This is a short daily practice to retrain your nervous system and the geometry of your exchange field. Step 1. Find 3 minutes in the morning or right after a payment or gift arrives. Sit comfortably, eyes open or closed, hand on your heart. Step 2. List, silently or aloud, 3 recent inflows you accepted. Even small ones. A kindness, a tip, a sale. For each inflow say aloud, I receive with gratitude. I do not owe immediate balance. Pause. Step 3. Run a reverse tally. Instead of counting what you must return, count the benefits that arrived. Lesson, connection, resource, joy. Let each item sit in your chest for 3 breaths. Finish by drawing a simple mental torus. Imagine a warm loop of energy passing in and out of your heart. Clockwise, comfortable, unhurried. Say, I allow unequal inflows. I steward them. That's it. 3 minutes. Use a small sacred geometry prompt to stabilize it. Visualize a circle of 7 points and let the energy move through them smoothly. Practical implementation. Schedule the reverse tally right after your morning coffee or immediately after any payment notification. Track 2 micrometrics for 1 week. 1. Number of times you accept an inflow and do not mentally promise instant repayment. 2. Number of sabotaging actions you notice in the same 24 hours. The goal is simple. More accepts, fewer autocorrects. Keep a tiny journal line. Accepted X, didn't repay instantly. Do this 7 days and look for change in momentum. 1 new client retained. 1 opportunity you no longer gave away through overcorrecting. Less anxiety when money arrives. If ancestral guilt surfaces, use a journal prompt. Who first taught me that gifts equal debt? And consider a coaching session if it becomes heavy. Boundaries matter. This practice is about internal permission to receive, not removing ethical responsibility to give or steward resources well. Recap. The Parity-Lock pattern insists on instant, equal exchange. Psychologically, it runs on childhood reciprocity contracts and perfectionist rebalancing. Esoterically, the field enforces parity with ledger-like geometry. Your experiment, a 3-minute reverse tally, daily for a week, tracking accepts versus autocorrects. 1 shift changes your financial destiny. Money is a pattern. Awareness is the key. If you want to go deeper, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com and open the chapter on reciprocity. It contains longer practices, journal templates, and guided visualizations to safely unwind ancestral debt structures. Test the reverse tally for 7 days and report back. Real noticing produces real shifts. That is the money pattern. That is the mechanism. And that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your financial life, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com.